Chapter 5, Unleashing Financial Tools. Let me ask you a question. Would you prefer to take $1 million in cash right now or the results of doubling 1 penny every day for 30 days? If you haven't seen this before, it might surprise you, but doubling that penny is the better choice. You can see from the chart below that it takes until day 28 to reach the first $1 million. But by 2 days later, you'd have over 5 million. That's the power of uninterrupted compound interest. This same mathematical principle is a foundational power to increase the profitability of your operation when you take over the banking function that I'm teaching you here. You will see the numbers on the actual impact of this in better detail later. Now, I'll be honest with you. Watching compound interest work its magic early on can be about as exciting as watching paint dry. Be patient. Once it's left uninterrupted, the results are stunning, and they only get better over time. In this ebook, I'm going to show you how to actually benefit from this principle literally in your own operation too. Keep this in mind. You're not talking about just 30 days or even 30 years. You're talking about how you can benefit from uninterrupted interest compounding for the rest of your life. The banking alternative I'm teaching you guarantees uninterrupted interest compounding over the remainder of your entire lifetime. Traditional retirement planning advice asks you to 1. Live for decades with stomach-churning volatility from Wall Street. 2. Have very limited to no access to your own money during all that time. 3. Invest in an environment where there's never a guarantee that you won't repeatedly lose money. 4. Hope that the market will recover from downturns. This is not an unreasonable expectation over time, but it is potentially devastating to experience early in any investment time frame or when you need to depend on taking income distributions from your account. This is called sequence of return risk. 5. Take your money out within government-mandated guidelines regardless of your personal circumstances. 6. Pray you won't outlive your money. 7. Accept the reality that a negative return in any ongoing investment guarantees that the average return will never be equal to the actual return. 8. Pay ordinary income tax, which is the highest and most expensive possible on every dime as it comes out in your distribution, but at an unknown tax rate sometime in the future. Does this really sound like your idea of the ideal plan for you? Since when has hope ever been a viable investment strategy? This is precisely why I believe you will join me in being disappointed with only being shown traditional financial options. Stay with me for proof of this shortly. If you've bought into the idea that investing in the stock market is the best way to grow your retirement money, consider these 4 questions. 1. Do you know how long you need to make your money last while it's still in the stock market without ever getting any guarantee that you will not repeatedly lose money? 2. What rate of return do you need to achieve in order to maintain your current standard of living? Keep in mind that this says nothing about trying to keep up with the Federal Reserve's contrived inflation to stabilize the economy. If you don't do anything different, how much will you have to reduce your standard of living by in order to not outlive your income? If you don't change what you're currently doing, how much longer will you have to work instead of retiring when you want to?